Another day, another grind. This time, let's take a look at Unlucky Spotify on the Slanesh against the Vampire Counts led by Enda the Lion. We're here on the Ashen map, and yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how this very match turns out to be. So, let's get into it. So for Slanesh and Spotify, we have devoted Marauders here, and a lot of devoted Marauders, a full line. Then we have the Exalted Keeper of Secrets and couple of Fiends of Slanesh. We have Hellstriders over there, one Chaos Knight of Slanesh, and as you would know, Hellstriders from the side. Over here, for the Vampire Counts, we have the Mortis engine. A lot of chefs, so zombies, skeletons, probably somewhere here hidden. There we have Skeleton Spearmen. We have a Fellbed company plus Vargeists, the Black Knights with lances, and what is the other thing? Barding. We have Crypt Horrors, pretty good unit. And then we have the Strigoi Vampire Lord on his Flying Decaying Dragon. So yeah, let's get into it and see what happens. So immediately, the Strigoi Lord is going here for the Hellstriders or scouting them out. And then on this side, we have the Mortis engine. I don't understand why the Mortis engine is just moving in immediately onto the point to get the point. They can't really... They're not a good fighting unit, right? Really bad armor. So, yeah, that is like a immediate blunder here. I don't understand that. We have the Exalted Keeper of Secrets. Yeah, destroying the Mortis engine. So, yeah, that's a blunder. I don't say anything else. We have Chaos Knights here now moving into the Fellbeds and Black Knights plus Crypt Horrors. I think the Crypt Horrors can deal pretty okay-ish against those units here with the regeneration as well. And the position here for Vampire Counts is pretty good. So that is more of a W. Yeah, and I think that the Mortis engine is already down. Pretty bad. Like those chaff units, sure, they couldn't hold it down. And we have a big old cast. What is going down here, ladies and gentlemen? A nice pit of shades onto the chaff unit. I would say the Graveguard even, that is value here. This is really good, and I suggest that, yeah, that was two blunders at once. We have now here a Fascination going down. So Fascination leads the units here to attack, so they have to leave the skies and fight for their lord. But those Chaos Knights are basically surrounded here, so that is pretty good. Other than that, yeah, we have the chaff units kind of like wet noodling themselves here. This is not pretty good. Fiends of Slanesh, a way better unit, will really force all those units down to crumble. And now the Strigoi Vampire Lord has to do something. We have a good old cast. What is going down here, ladies and gentlemen? We have a poison damage. Yeah, that's for sure. But we had the unbinding. No, that is not what we have. Some witchcraft went down. We have a nice breath attack, and now the Strigoi Vampire Lord has to do the work. He has to really carry now really hard, because a lot of devoted Marauders still here. Even the RRR version is just chewing through all those units. Pit of Shades activated, and this is a very good one. So is it the Strigoi Lord's one? I'm not sure. I would assume yes, because does he have it? No, it doesn't look like that. So I guess it's the Keeper of Secrets. Yes. Well, there are two good casts here. And let's see what happens here. Spirit Leech activated on the Keeper, Exalted Keeper of Secrets. And when the Vampire Counts can maybe focus down this unit here, there is a chance. But looking at the battleground, there is not much red HP bars left. They're strong for sure, and the Crypt Horrors, I think, will be a very, very decisive factor here to win this game. When we look at the Chosen, there are still enough Chosen of Slaanesh. Devoted Marauders as well. So, yeah, I think Pit of Shades once again going down. And this is gonna hurt. Yeah, that hurts. And you can see how many of those Vargeists are fleeing, running off, getting destroyed, or, yeah, completely negated here. They're also Rampage now and Crumbling, so pretty good use of those spells. Spotify is playing a very clean game, and I think his opponent just blundered very major positions with the Mortis engine plus couple of other fights that didn't go his way. So yeah, let's fast forward here, because to be honest, I think that Slaanesh has it in their pockets. Couple of last fighting moments here. The Strigoi Vampire Lord can't really take that, and I think there will be a tap out in a moment. He is getting punched and crunched, as I like to say. And yeah, value-wise, let's look into it. So, Mortis Engine, surprisingly, not that much value. But yeah, the Graveguard, for example, really a blunder. Strigoi Lord was okay. He survived long enough. We have the Crypt Horrors, which are kind of okay. I wouldn't say amazing. Also, Black Knights could do better, but they had a nice engagement, or engage here. And the bats were just a little bit of a support. On the other side, Exalted Keeper of Secrets really value city here with 4,000 value. I think the Pit of Shades did a great job. Other than that, we have nothing else that was so amazing. I mean, yeah, you can say Chaos Knights, maybe. And of course, okay, the Fiends of Slaanesh were pretty great. And let's get into the next match now. So we are here on the tourney grounds, and Unlucky Spotify just changed his clothes, so to speak, and is now on Khorne fighting the Beastmen against Sen-fishy. I'm pretty curious how those factions perform. I didn't see that matchup that often. So when we look at Khorne, we have Blood Speakers. We have a Blood Speaker as well. So we have the Wrathmongers plus the Blood Speaker. We have Skylad Anfengrim. That is pretty funny and interesting. Then of course Marauder of Khorne's pretty good chaff unit. I would say one of the better ones for sure. And then we have Fleshhounds of Khorne. We have the Marauder Horsemen. Marauder Horsemen once again, and over there even broader than you think. Fleshhounds. A lot of Fleshhounds, Marauder Horsemen. Great stuff. Really a lot of mobility against mobility. On the other side, the typical view here, we have Malagor the Dark Omen, and then we have Chaos Warhounds, we have Centigors of Tzeentch, even a little bit of Shields, Groove, that's a name, Groghooves of Wolfrun, Centigors with throwing axes, so we have almost the same setup here. Once again, Centigors, yeah, let's get into it. and see. So immediately the flesh hounds running in and trying to nibble on those shields, right? And they get focused pretty hard here by the Centaurs with throwing axes. So that is immediately a good point. Here, Marauder of Khorne getting in line to get the point. On the other flank, we can see a little bit the same outcome. We have a Flock of Doom going down onto the really pesky Khorne player here. And yeah, that is basically what we can expect. We can expect flying burning axes. We can expect yeah, mobility from the beastmen, as you can see here. But Marauder Horsemen of Khorne, they can speed as well. Let's call it like this. Centaurs now moving in as a support, but those Tzeentch Centaurs are done. They are not coming back, that's for sure. Other than that, we have a Marauder Horseman unit surrounded by all those units, and that is pretty a nice surround. So yeah, now you have to get the other one as well, and then you're good, I guess. Points wise, as you can see, Khorne has the points, and they are getting into position, right? They're trying to defend as much as possible because there is not much shooting from the beastmen whatsoever. So interesting charge here now. I would probably not charge, but oh, I'm sorry, that is not from the beastmen. This is the support here from the Khorne player gathering his axes in the middle to throw those up. So yeah, let's fast forward here now to see what will happen exactly. So we have a surround, and I think that now is the idea to strike into this box, focus maybe a little bit those axes away from your main units, and then yeah, let's see whose nerves will break. I would assume you could use a Flock of Doom here, but maybe that's better when you also move in with your other units. So Agor is going in. He is bunking all those units here with his little staff and running off again. So no fun for the Blood Speaker. We have the Gruhoofs with throwing axes. I think they can do damage. We have now Flock of Doom activated, so that is value. Let me check when it comes to value here. Yeah, 800 is not the greatest so far, but it is still okay-ish. It is like a battle where you stand in front of your opponent, and the first one who twitches has to make an action, and it seems like that. Beastmen are trying to really poke down all those units here, which they can, to have an easier way. Now Marauder Horsemen have to run, so they got focus down. And now what is going down? A nice pit of shade, not pit of shade, sorry. A nice Flock of Doom on 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 units plus the heroes. That is good. And now the charges commences. The charge is here. They are throwing their axes. I wonder, do they have... Yes, they have poison, and they have poison and armor piercing. So those units are pretty good here. Alpha Grim has enough. He is running in, jumping with a salto into those units, the skirmish calf, so to speak. And yep, that's all. What do we have here? Nice attack, and Alpha Grim gets a little bit low. Is it a blunder once again? We will find out soon. The Beast player is doing a great job trying to break the break this formation here, coming from the side, casting spells that he has. That's pretty nice. I don't know what that is. I think the Flame Speaker, maybe some ability that's special to him. I guess what we can expect is also maybe a Sword of Khorne. coming in. So yeah, what do we have here? So Skylar Anfingrim went for the Centigores, and I guess that the Centigores can deal with him. Not like amazingly, but when you get a little bit of surround here, Skylar gets a little bit into a bad situation. Now Centigores of Zinj once again trying to push through and damage those Marauders, but they are sturdy. I think they don't know what's happening. They're just fighting. Yeah. And another charge into the front and back and rear and side. And it looks a little bit like this, that the Beastmen are losing a little bit of momentum, a little bit of hope. It doesn't look so good anymore. What do we have here activate? Doom and Darkness on those Khorne units. I'm not sure, guys, if that is what you want to have, because I mean, you doing those shenanigans against a leadership strong faction, which is in case here. Yeah, you can see once the Beastmen went in, they completely evaporated all the Khorne units. Where did they go? I was talking so much, and now I'm noticing that. Yeah. But Khorne units are also losing out here, I think. So Beastmen running low on HP. And I think that we will see a tap out, or the point is now flipped and taken by the Beastmen. So now it is really the important part for Skylar to get it back, but I don't think that they can and will do it. So Beastmen are on the hunt, and it is done here. Really, very, very well played by the Beastmen player. So we have Malagor, kind of in his ballpark, I think. Other than that, we have a couple of Centigores that are doing a great job here. Yeah, that's for sure. Then great weapons, Centigores of Zinj, I mean. Then we have the Sons of Gorhors. I think it was eliminated pretty quickly. This unit, is it? I don't know anymore. I mean, they were a good pick. Plus, yep, those Centigore throwing axes pretty okay, but I think they cost a bit more than that. This unit overperformed, maybe. For Khorne, yeah, Bloodspeaker didn't do anything. But Skylar and Thingrim did work out for 2 people. Then we have really a very, very low percentage of anti-large units, and this is what you need against Beastmen, I would assume. So yeah, it is just a couple of points. That was a fun match, and guys, for now I'm gonna fetch myself a green tea.